Hello, this is Retro Marky, and here it is, the Ultimate 64. Just arrived a couple of days back, and I'll do a quick unboxing. Some people seem to like these things. So far, packaging is good. In fact, what I wanted is not completely tear this up too much, try and keep it in its original packaging as much as possible, although in this case some of this has got to come off. That will do the trick. Not the most elegant of openings, but who cares? What we care about is what's in the board. In the box is the board. And just realised, yeah, there we go. So there we have it. This, I believe, is the power supply. Ah, nicely done. There's even an English power supply, which is a nice little detail, as it didn't come from the UK itself, and you have that confidence of know you've definitely got the right one. With the reloaded board, of course, you had to source your own power supply, and although that wasn't a big problem, it did mean making sure you got the right power supply with the right polarity, etc. That's nice and simple. Gotta love Gideon stuff. And here's the board, which is quite tiny, which I sort of knew anyway, but until you actually see things. There we go. Let's pop this packaging out of the way. Of course, I've chosen the green backdrop to put the green on so you can barely see it. Oh, never mind. So it's tiny. It's about 1.5 inches to that way and about 1 inch that way. We've got the battery here for keeping the configuration settings. Dual SID sockets if you need them, which you don't actually need. Haven't decided yet if I'm going to put SIDs in there or not. I might not. I might keep this as a pure board, so to speak. 1, 2, 3. It's got an internal. That's not USB. Sorry, that's slightly different to the reload. Oh no, I'm sure that is. Anyway, 1, 2, 3 USBs. That was like Ethernet. Looks like mini HDMI, and we've got a cassette port here, and okay, that's the user port. That's what I was thinking. There's the user port header. This I think is for diagnostics, things like that. This one here looks like a kind of serial connection of a kind. Receive, transmit, ground and voltage console. I reckon that's to connect to your PC, although that would probably be through USB. I'm not sure. I have to check on that. Standard port, serial and composite. Header for changing which SID or SIDs you have, I believe. Nice cartridge port. And here it says they've obviously been checked, the battery's been checked, the jumpers, etc. Oh, LED socket is there. Another header. Power supply 7.5 to 15 volts DC. And a reset switch. It is very, very nice indeed. Pretty sure though the one I saw, maybe this is version 1.2, that had a switch more like a Commodore 64 switch, so what I am wondering is, I'll have to see, how do we change the well, the Ultimate 64 original had 3 buttons here. So I'm wondering how that's mimicked on there. Maybe you press 1, 2, 3, I don't know. I'll have to check on that. I don't think there's a manual. Or any leaflets, no. And I thought, just because, I'd compare it to the Reloaded Mark II. So Reloaded Mark II is obviously a lot bigger and has a lot more, well, it has some original Commodore chips, including dual SIDs as well. The difference with this one, you've also got the user port, and you've got audio out, which you don't have on here, I don't think, but you do have HDMI on that, that makes this the first Commodore 64 machine with HDMI, if you're not counting that silly 64 mini. So yeah, almost, unless you need a user port desperately for a lot of things, it's hard to know why you'd buy this now compared to the Ultimate, because this has got the Ultimate. I mean, that is these two more or less for about the same price, and you don't need to populate with your own chips with the Ultimate 64. So for value of money, the Ultimate 64 is, I'm sure, way ahead of the Reloaded. However, the Reloaded I'm still glad I've got. I do really like this machine, and one thing in its favour, of course, it's good for chip testing. So there we go, that's just my first initial impressions. Oh, there's the other side. Not a lot to see there. Made by Gideon, 2018. I got version 1.2. So I shall have to fire this on and we'll have a look at it. First I need to cut. And put in this stick, I think, and the bin, C60. No, maybe it was that one. There we go. Right, so there's our basic character and kernel ROM. What did it say again? Press the power button to enter the Ultimate browser mode. Browse the folder with the ROM. So basic kernel character ROM repeat. Select ROM file and press return. Choose flash as. So go here. Basic. Flash as original. Kernel. Flash as original. Basic. So actually, it looks like you can have alternatives. That's pretty cool. There's our basic. Flash as original character. Flash as original kernel. Job done. Wow, that was simple. So you should now find power off, power on, switch the button. That looks more like it. Yep. So now if we do normal reset, there we go. Gotta say, the picture is phenomenally good as well. This is not even HDMI or S-video, it's just normal composite. It's immaculate. I'm chuffed to bits already. Now, right, so now that's all working. I'm not going to show too much more. I don't have a keyboard plugged in at the present, but if I reset that, there we go, we can use a joystick. One thing I discovered earlier is, so with the power switch, if you hold it for 4 seconds, it will power the machine down, and you just pop it to put it on, and then you press it to go through these menus. So what I thought I would do, this picture is amazing. It is a little demonstration. I thought this would be, where are we? There we go. If in doubt, load an REU demo. Oh, Blu-ray from Crest. Oh, this will be... Okay, I didn't plan this. C64 Reloaded Mark II. We've got to do this. So far I found it's pretty much the same as the Ultimate 2 Plus that I've got, except there are a few extra functions to it. And as I love the Ultimate 2, that's not a criticism at all. So I'll leave you with this, and then I'll do some more videos I think on this board once I've had a bit more of a look around, and also if there's any questions, anything you want me to look at, then I can do. So there's my new UV player, there it is. This is a great demo. Let's see what it sounds like. So this is without any original SID chips. This is with the Ultimate 64 emulating, well, or simulating whatever SID chips. So that's it for now. I'll probably do some videos in future when I've had time to go through this board and all the options in a little more detail. But yeah, the Ultimate 64 so far is extremely easy to set up. You just need to set it up once with the bin files as I showed you earlier, and then you're pretty much good to go. The longest task will be obviously populating your USB card with all your favourite games and demos. But for now I'm going to leave it here. So Retro Marky out.